What up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to do a very, very late review of Tyler Perry's The Oval, Season 6, Episode 7. So if you haven't seen Episode 7 of Season 6 of Tyler Perry's The Oval, turn this video off, go watch the episode, come back and watch this review. You should have seen it by now. It's been a couple of days. It came out Tuesday. Should have seen it by now. Sorry I'm late doing this review, but today is my due date, so I've been trying to prepare to get ready to have this baby, but she ain't coming today, so let's knock these reviews out while we can. Like and subscribe to the channel. It's a simple, easy, anonymous, free way to support my channel. It takes less than 5 seconds of your time to do. I'm not a public speaker. I will tend to fumble my words and say and so and like 1,000 times. I may stop to regain my thoughts. I may slow my speaking down to regain my thoughts. Anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. Also, comment below what you would grade this week's episode, what you thought about it. If there's anything that I leave out or I forget or that I'm off on, or you just have an opinion in general, leave it in the comments, please, and thank you. And I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. What happened on this episode? Nothing really happened in this episode that will give me like shock and awe type of reaction. So I'm going to give it a C-. This episode didn't really give me anything. I feel like that's me being generous, a C-. I feel like it was kind of worse than that. My hair look crazy. It is what it is. So last chance, Tyler Perry's The Oval, Season 6, Episode 7. If you haven't seen it, turn this video off so you don't get any spoilers. I've been seeing people online saying that they might have skipped an episode, or what was that sisters that they was talking about? It might have been sisters that they was talking about. I can't remember. Sisters or The Oval or something, maybe. But either way, I'm starting off from where, because I watched the show on a little black-owned website. So that's where I'm getting my episodes from. So the episode begins with Simone in the infirmary after she done did what she did, whatever she done gave to Victoria. The nurse comes back in, gives her some water, because you know Simone faked like she was lightheaded to get the nurse to leave. Even though the nurse came and they gave her some water and then left right back out. It could have just waited until she left, but whatever. So then Bobby comes in the infirmary, and Simone's asking again, like, who did this to my husband, blase, blase. And Bobby's like, I can't say. So Simone, she furious. She telling Bobby to leave the infirmary. As he's about to leave, Victoria's little monitor thing starts going off. And Bobby's looking at Simone suspiciously. He's like, what did you do? And first she tries to say, I didn't do anything, tries to lie it off, whatever. But then she eventually tells Bobby, I gave Victoria that red stuff right there. So somehow Bobby knows exactly what to give Victoria to get her blood pressure back to normal, because whatever Simone gave her, I guess it threw her blood pressure off. Excuse me. So Alan goes back to Donald's office, tells Lily that Donald wants her. Lily's like, no, I'm not going to him. I'm going home. Then Lily starts like fake flirting with Alan. She's like, you cute. She's like, you want to have sex? And Alan is like, no, ma'am. So then Lily warns Alan again to stay away from Donald and Cal. Because remember, she warned him before when they was all in the kitchen with Richard and all of them. But I'm like, that's gonna be kind of hard for him to avoid them when Donald is his boss. So then Lily tells Alan to tell Donald that she's going home. She's not staying here. She leaves the office. So Priscilla goes back up to try to talk to Hunter again. This time she is able to get in to speak with him. But just in the last episode, Asia Isaac was like, no. But somehow, some way, now she gets to speak to him. So she goes in. Of course, Hunter is denying that he tried to kill Victoria and Eli. Because he's like, are they still alive? And Priscilla's like, yeah. And he's like, okay, so that means I didn't. It wasn't me. Because basically he was saying like he would have killed them. So he tells Priscilla that. Priscilla tells Hunter that Victoria and Eli have all this piles of evidence against him. And Hunter's like, well, what will Victoria do if I'm not the president anymore? Because you know, Eli has his own wife, and Priscilla's like, well, you know, Victoria's going to find a way to get Simone out the picture if she has to. So then Hunter's like, if only I had some type of proof that Victoria and Eli are sleeping together. So then this is when Priscilla tells Hunter about the video of Eli and Victoria smashing. And she tells him that, you know, I got the video and I'll give it to you if you get your men to stand down. And Hunter's like, no, I'm not doing that. You have no idea what they've done to me. And Priscilla's like, well, why don't you tell me? And he's like, I'll tell you in the kitchen while you make me a sandwich. So Priscilla's like, okay. She's like, you want me to get your chair for you? And this is when Hunter stands up, basically showing Priscilla that he can walk around again. And he tells her, you know, he tells Priscilla, when you caught Cal in our bathroom going through our stuff, he wasn't looking for no Valium for Victoria. He was actually getting poison that Victoria has been giving me to keep me paralyzed. And Priscilla's like, I knew it. I knew it was something sneaky going on. So then we get this scene. Nancy calls Richard. She tells him, look at a video that she's sent. Apparently, I guess it's all his stuff being thrown out. They don't show the video. They don't go into detail about it. And then Nancy tells Richard, like, you're going to keep supporting me financially, or I'm going to go to the police and tell them that you killed your father. So they end the call. Sharon comes in after Nancy and Richard's call. And she's like, are you and Mr. Richard okay? And Nancy starts going off on her. She's like, do we sound okay? She's like, just get out of my face, little girl. Get smart with her and shit. And I'm like, why are you treating her like that? Just because you're going through what you're going through. Just a couple episodes ago, you was asking, has anybody talked to Sharon, trying to get info about where Sharon was and what was going on with her. So now we in the little entrance. I don't know what type of room that is, the surveillance room or whatever, but it's where the Secret Service staff enters at when they come in, I guess. So Max is questioning Alonzo, asking him what he knows about the whole situation with Eli and Victoria. Alonzo's like, I'd rather not talk here. I want to talk outside of the White House. And then he leaves the room. So then Sam comes in and tells Max, you know, Victoria and Eli haven't shown any change. And that, what do you say? Then Max and Sam start talking about how they can't let Hunter get back into the Oval. So then Sam tells Max that Hunter knows that he tried to turn Jason. He tried to get Jason to go against him. And Max is like, well, we can use that to our advantage. But then Priscilla comes in, and asks to speak to Max by himself. And Sam, of course, is hesitant at first, talking about how Priscilla needs to stop going up there talking to Hunter, blase, blase. But then he leaves. So then Priscilla tells Max that Hunter knows about Jason working with Sam, or whatever the case may be, and that now Jason wants to speak to Sam. Because when Priscilla went up there to talk to Hunter, Jason was in there and he said he wanted to talk to Sam. And Hunter said no. So now Priscilla's telling Max that Jason wants to speak to Sam. He says maybe they can get him to flip on Hunter again, like they was initially trying to do. And he tells Max, she tells Max if he could find a way to get Jason and Sam to talk, to communicate, to let her know if he finds a way. And then Max warns Priscilla some more about going up and talking to Hunter. Yeah, I feel like only because everybody keeps warning Priscilla to stop going and talking to Hunter, that something's going to backfire for her about that. Only because people keep warning her. So if they're going to keep making that a thing, then something's going to happen. So we get this scene between Sharon and Dale. She's telling him that she's adamant that Kareem did something to Barry. And she tells Dale that he can't keep that car that Nancy bought for him. And then she asks Dale where he got the money from. I mean, where Nancy got the money from. And Dale tells her about Nancy closing all of Richard's accounts. And he tells her about Nancy sleeping with Richard's father. And how Sam walked in and caught them. And how Richard killed his own father. And Sharon's she's just in disbelief. She can't believe all that happened. And he also tells her that he didn't tell the police any of this. So Sharon's like, well, I'm about to go back to my sister's house where there's no drama. And Dale's like, no, please don't leave me. He's begging her to stay. He's like, please stay. Let's just go for a walk or something. So back at the White House, Jason is giving his father props for hanging Victoria and Eli. He getting off on the shit, basically. Isaac then tells Hunter that Eli and his people found out how Hunter and them got into the Oval, the secret tunnels or whatever. Then Hunter sends Jason to his room, even though Jason doesn't want to go. He's like, I don't want to be alone, blase, blase. So then, when Jason leaves the room, Isaac tells Hunter, like, basically, Jason is sick. Like, he getting off on you on death. Like, he's so obsessed with murder and death or whatever. Then he tells Hunter about when they went to the tunnels, he found this creepy-ass porn that Jason had down there. I'm assuming it's like the death porn. That's what I'm assuming. I think it's called necrophilia or whatever. So then Hunter tells Agent Isaac to get rid of the porn and stuff that they found. And he's like, we know, Eli's people, they was down there too. They may have found it already. So now back in the infirmary, the doctor comes in telling Simone that they have to excavate Eli and Victoria. Bobby's in there too. He's saying they got to excavate Eli and Victoria, suggesting that Simone leaves the room. Simone's like, I'm not leaving my husband's side, blase, blase. So I'm assuming this is what excavate means, but they take the tubing out of Eli's mouth. They give him some type of injection. Then they take the tubing out of his mouth. Eli finally comes to. And he don't like the fact that Bobby's in there because he still think Bobby's smashing Simone. Even though it's true, he has no proof, whatever. So he tells Bobby to leave and to go get and send Sam in. So then Victoria's tubing gets removed. And this bitch wake up is more bitchier than she already is. She's like, oh my God, who put me in this hospital gown? How's my hair look? No, get me out of here, blase, blase. So she calling Simone the enemy and all that. So they remove Victoria from the room. This is when Eli tells Simone who did this to them. He's like Simone, Hunter snuck into the Oval, did this. Sam comes rushing in. Eli takes all his IVs and all that. He removes everything from him, and Sam helps him up and him and Simone take them to the Oval. So Dale calls Alan, tells him he need to talk to him. He need to tell him about what he heard at Cal's place. And I'm just like, are we still talking about the stuff that when he slept with Cal, he stayed over or whatever, and he overheard Cal saying some? I was like, that was so long ago. I could have swore he been told somebody about it, but whatever. So he's still trying to get this information to Cal. And Alan's like, I can't talk right now. So they end the call. And then Cal comes in Alan's office asking him what Dale is trying to, what does Dale want to tell you? And Alan's like, well, you should know. You got my phone book, blase, blase. And he tells Cal to leave him the fuck alone. And Cal's like, you playing a dangerous game. It's just like, I'm so irritated with this damn storyline. Because I'm like, is Alan even still working with the two cops from Ruthless? I forgot all about them. Desiree and Cal. Are they? I don't even remember what's going on with them. So we get this final scene. Donald's working out of the Oval. Cal comes in there. Tells Donald, you know, I heard Alan talking to somebody. Donald says, you know, I don't do nothing to Alan. I like Alan. And Cal's like, you ain't going to get nowhere with him. He's straight. You might as well just let me take care of him. And Donald says he has some type of insurance on Alan and he about to make it kick in. Something that I guess that'll keep Alan quiet or whatever. So, you know, Donald and Cal's like, that's turning me on. So Donald and Cal have a little moment. It's so cringy to watch them try to be intimate. It's just ill. So Donald, he pushes everything off the desk. He bends Cal over. They start doing the nasty, whatever. And then Eli, Simone, and Sam come in. And they like, and Eli's like, what the hell? And that's how the episode ends. And I'm just like, okay. I'm just like, that's what they think we want. Like, they already knew about Donald. Well, Victoria kept trying to tell Eli about Donald. But then we see in the preview for the next episode that Hunter never caught any gay vibes from Donald, which I thought was crazy. But that's how the episode ends. Like I said, I would still give it a C-. We didn't learn anything new. Wasn't no shock and awe reactions for me in the show, in this episode. Nothing really happened that piqued my interest. So, yeah. And like I said, in the next episode, Hunter had no idea that Donald was swung that way. We see Simone going off on Donald. Like, how dare you do it on the president's desk, blase, blase. Next episode don't look like it's going to be that much interesting either, but we shall see. But those are my little thoughts or whatever for this week's episode. Please comment below what you would grade the episode, what you thought about it. If there's anything I left out or I was off on or I forgot to talk about, or you just have your general opinions, leave them in the comments, please. Like and subscribe to the channel. It takes less than 5 seconds to do. It's free. It's anonymous. It helps more things Tyler Perry related to pop up on your algorithm when you like and subscribe. So, yeah, I can't stress enough that liking and subscribing is the best way to just support without having to spend any money or take too much of your time up. So, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below. Thanks for watching this review, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.